Welcome to our special 2014 World Cup corner. The second day of competition ended with Chile-Australia, but the spotlight was firmly fixed on the Arena Fonte Nova, where Spain and Netherlands met once again. Let's check out what happened.
Vediamo insieme tutti I risultati.
Well, Robin van Persie and Arjen Robben both scored twice as the Netherlands thrashed reigning champions Spain 5-1 in their World Cup Group B opener in Salvador. Gaining sweet revenge for their final defeat in 2010, Netherlands were in devastating form, and even defender Stefan de Vrij got in on the goal-scoring action to help his side get their Brazil trip off to a cracker. Barcelona forward Alexis Sanchez, Jorge Valdivia and Wigan Jean Beausejour all scored to hand Chile a 3-1 win over the Socceroos of Australia in their first game of Group B. After Sanchez and Valdivia hit the mark within the first 14 minutes, Australia's record goalscorer Tim Cahill reduced the deficit 10 minutes before the break, but Beausejour ended all hopes of an Australia comeback in stoppage time. Well, looking at the group, Netherlands lead the show ahead of Chile, Australia and holders Spain. Oribe Peralta scored on the 61st minute to hand Mexico a 1-0 win over Cameroon and get their Group A campaign off to the ideal start. Giovanni dos Santos had 2 goals controversially disallowed in the first half, but in the driving rain in Natal, Peralta made sure of the win in the second half. He was on hand to steer home into an empty net after Cameroon keeper Charles Ndage failed to hold on to a dos Santos low drive. Hosts Brazil and Mexico lead Group A ahead of Cameroon and Croatia, who prop up the bottom. There's another host of matches for you on Saturday, one being the eagerly awaited clash between England and Italy, which takes place in Manaus. Climatic conditions will be hard going, but the condition of the pitch is also a concern, with the groundsman admitting it being in bad shape. Italy begin their hunt for a 5th World Cup title when they take on the Three Lions in the Amazon jungle in northwest Brazil, where heat and humidity will be a factor. Cesare Prandelli will be without left-back Mattia De Sciglio after picking up a thigh problem in training. Otherwise, Prandelli has a fully fit squad to choose from, as midfielder Marco Verratti has recovered from flu and is available. There will be plenty of superstar quality on show in Manaus, with veteran Andrea Pirlo and Mario Balotelli on one side, with Wayne Rooney and Steven Gerrard on the other. But England coach Roy Hodgson is expected to let his young guns loose also, with Raheem Sterling and Daniel Sturridge set to gain starting spots, while 20-year-old Ross Barkley is also in contention to start. Revenge will be in the humid air after Italy beat England on penalties in the quarter-finals of the European Championship 2 years ago. Also in action on Saturday are fancied Uruguay and Costa Rica, who complete the first-round fixtures in Group D. Surprise 2004 European champions Greece take on Colombia in their Group C opener in Belo Horizonte on Saturday. Coach Fernando Santos boasts an experienced side, but Greece have won just 1 out of 6 games in 2 previous World Cup finals appearances, which will give little hope to their fans this time around. Colombia enter the match as favourites, but they'll surely miss striker Radamel Falcao, whose knee injury suffered in January ruled him out of a place in the squad. In Falcao's absence, Teofilo Gutierrez or Carlos Bacca will carry Colombia's goal-scoring hopes against a defensive-minded Greek side, but will have lots of help from the talented Jackson Martinez and Juan Guillermo Cuadrado. Elsewhere, Ivory Coast and Japan square off early on Sunday in Recife, looking to get their Group C campaign off to a winner. We might be wrong, of course, but we can't help ourselves but to give you our predictions for Saturday's matches. You can leave comments and send us your own predictions on the social networks using hashtag #TheCornerScores. Well, although I'm tempted to suggest England will prevail against Italy, the general consensus is that the tie in Manaus will end 1-1. Uruguay should have no troubles with Costa Rica, and we feel that the match will end 3-0 in favour of coach Oscar Tabarez and his men. Euronews predicts Colombia should see off the defensive Greeks, but only narrowly, 1-0. Lastly, we believe there should be some goals between Ivory Coast and Japan, with the Africans pipping it 3-2. Well, for today, our World Cup corner is over. We'll be here every day throughout the month-long tournament in Brazil.